You were taught that being good is a winning strategy. Be polite, be patient, be fair, and the world will reward you. But money does not reward virtue the way school promised. Markets reward leverage, clarity, and the ability to set terms. When you are too good, you hesitate to ask, hesitate to charge, hesitate to refuse, and then you call that hesitation morality. Picture a candle burning in a grand hall. It gives light and everyone enjoys it, but nobody thanks the candle. They simply use it. This is what happens when your goodness has no structure. People take warmth without paying, then act surprised when you finally ask for value. A world that can use you for free will keep doing it. Machiavelli looked at power like a craftsman looks at tools. Not what it should be, but what it does. He understood that people respond to incentives more than speeches. If your behavior tells the world you will always yield, the world will always press. Not because people are evil, but because pressure is how every system tests weakness. Imagine a negotiation table made of dark wood. One person states terms calmly. The other person explains and apologizes. The calm person is not kinder. They are positioned better. Being too good often turns you into the one who explains, and the one who explains becomes the one who pays. Picture a mirror hung on a stone wall. A too good person uses the mirror to check if everyone is pleased. A wealthy mindset uses the mirror to check if the standard is intact. When your goal is to be liked, you will trade your standards for comfort. And comfort is the most expensive purchase you make. Think of a scale with two bowls. In one bowl is your skill. In the other bowl is your fear of tension. If fear is heavier, you will undercharge even when you know you deliver. You will accept vague promises instead of clear agreements, and you will call that humility while it quietly drains you. Now picture a parchment contract with blank spaces. A too good person leaves the blanks open, hoping trust will fill them. A serious builder fills the blanks with numbers, dates, and clear boundaries. Trust is real, but structure is what makes trust durable. Without structure, goodness becomes a gamble. Imagine a craftsman giving away extra work just to be nice. At first it feels generous, then it becomes expected. Soon your baseline value is ignored and only your extra effort is noticed. This is how over-delivery turns into invisibility. People stop seeing your core value and start seeing you as an endless bonus. Picture a door with a wax seal. A person with standards seals the door and decides who enters. A too good person keeps reopening the door to prove they are not difficult. That constant reopening teaches people they can cross lines and still get access. Access without rules becomes entitlement. Now imagine a marketplace at dawn. Some sellers whisper and discount before anyone even asks. Others stand still with a fixed price and calm posture. Buyers sense the difference instantly. The first seller looks uncertain. The second seller looks like a result. Money moves toward the seller who seems stable. Here is the brutal math. Effort is common, outcomes are rare. Many people work hard. Few people solve an urgent, expensive problem that others cannot solve quickly. If the problem you solve is small, cheap, or common, you will be paid like a replaceable part. Being too good often keeps you stuck solving safe, easy problems. Picture a shelf in a pharmacy. Common items have dozens of brands and constant discounts. Rare medicine has one name and a long line. Your skill must become the rare medicine, specific, urgent, and proven. Not because you want to be superior, but because you want to be impossible to ignore. Now imagine a key hanging on a chain. The key is called necessary. In politics and business, being liked is optional. Being needed is binding. Your goal is not to beg for appreciation. Your goal is to position your work so that removing you creates a real cost. Being too good also makes you confuse kindness with compliance. Kindness is fine. Compliance is expensive. Compliance says yes when your calendar says no. Compliance says no problem when it is a problem. Compliance signs deals that do not protect you. Then you wonder why you feel tired and underpaid. Picture a chessboard under one lamp. The pawn rushes forward to prove usefulness. The king moves slowly because it values position. When you rush to please, you move like a pawn. Fast, emotional, easy to direct. When you hold your pace, you move like the king. Deliberate, harder to push. Now imagine your availability as a signal. If you are always reachable, you look cheap as a resource, even if your work is excellent. Scarcity is not arrogance. Scarcity is evidence that your life has weight. The market respects weight. The market discounts desperation. A too good person often speaks like they are asking permission to exist. If that's okay. Only if you want. Sorry to bother. These phrases sound polite, but they train the listener to see you as optional. Replace permission with clarity. One calm offer, one clear boundary, one stable price. Picture a vault. Inside the vault is your attention, your energy, your best hours. Every time you give those hours to low-value tasks, you are not being responsible, you are being redirected. Focus is the raw material of wealth. If you cannot protect focus, you cannot build anything that scales. Now think about leverage without drama. Leverage is simply output that is not chained to your constant presence. A repeatable offer is leverage. A system is leverage. A productized service is leverage. Content that works while you sleep is leverage. Being too good keeps you poor when it traps you in time for money forever. Picture a small machine on a workbench. You build it once, and it keeps producing. That is the difference between a worker and a builder. Workers are the engine. Builders create engines. Kindness without strategy makes you volunteer as the engine. Strategy turns your kindness into a machine that benefits you too. Now imagine a room full of opinions. Everyone wants to advise you on what you should charge, how you should act, how you should stay humble. Most of that advice is designed to keep you predictable. Predictable people are easy to use. The moment you change terms, you will hear moral pressure. Treat it as feedback, not truth. Machiavelli's lesson here is simple. Do not confuse public praise with real power. People applaud what makes them comfortable, not what makes you free. If you want wealth, you must tolerate being misunderstood while you build. Comfort is temporary. Structure is permanent. Picture a ladder leaning against a wall. Most people climb by asking for permission at every step. Builders climb by testing the rung, then stepping. Negotiation is not conflict. Negotiation is clarity. If you cannot negotiate, you will always be managed by people who can. Now think about the good person guilt that appears when you raise your price. That guilt is not morality. It is conditioning. Price is a signal, and signals shape behavior. When you price higher, you do not just earn more. You often attract people who take you more seriously, respect boundaries, and value results. Picture a reservoir. Money flowing through you does not make you wealthy. Wealth is what stays. Being too good often creates lifestyle leaks. Spending to keep up, spending to look generous, spending to avoid saying no. Build retention. Save, invest, buy assets, and let assets pay for comfort later. Now picture a quiet schedule with blocks of deep work. That schedule is a fortress. A too good person breaks the fortress to solve everyone's emergencies. A serious builder protects the fortress and solves problems by priority, not by guilt. Guilt-based decisions are the fastest way to stay broke with a clean conscience. Here is the clean replacement identity. Be kind, but be firm. Be generous, but be precise. Help people who use help as a ladder, not as a lifestyle. Say yes to what builds and no to what drains. The world does not need you harsher, it needs you clearer. Picture a blacksmith shaping steel with steady strikes. Each strike is a moment you do not over-explain. Each strike is a boundary you enforce calmly. Each strike is a price you hold without apology. This is how your nervous system becomes stable, and stability is what respect follows. Final scene. Picture you walking away from a table where your value was discounted. No speech, no revenge, no dramatic exit, just a quiet decision to stop funding what drains you. That is how being too good stops keeping you poor. You stay decent, but you stop being available for discount.